Alright, so I had been thinking for a while now about reintegrating muscle ups in my program, and then this is the day that I decided to go for it. So, started off with a few pull ups as a warm up, and I was supersetting these with some face to wall handstands. I am going to do them now quite often, try to progress them. Maybe I was a bit too close to the wall in this one here. I would like to be able maybe to go a bit further out and lower my legs towards the wall all the way. Maybe gain some extra mobility in my hip area as well. And this is the set of muscle ups that I did. I was only able to do two. Uh, Back when I was doing them more frequently, that's the first one. Well, keeping is an understatement there, but it's the first two after a while. I wasn't even thinking I would be able to pull myself up. I used to be able to do about five, so if I can improve the technique on these one or two, I should be able to progress them back to a decent number with a good form, hopefully soon. And another set of chest to wall handstands. Here I was trying to stay a bit further out, and ideally I would lower my legs down as in the tuck, and also try to lower them eventually straight uh, for something that would be like a reverse pike. That's far off in the future. This is something that I need to work on, and probably this helps me in staying a bit overextended with the shoulders, get that extra range of motion that would probably be very beneficial in this situation. Next, it was the deadlifts, the usual ramp to 155, 155 kilos. This is 145. It moved well, and I was supersetting these with the overhead presses. My idea is that if I'm doing handstands as a warm up at the beginning, I can then do some strength work with the overhead presses. And otherwise, if I'm doing stuff like push presses, which is the next thing, I could probably do handstands at the end of the session. This is 155, which moved pretty well. And I guess 160 is gonna be the next thing because I feel it in my legs, I feel it in my back. About legs, squats weren't going so well. I did feel a little bit of an impingement sensation in my hips. I wasn't able to go as deep as previously, and so I did not see a point in pushing heavier weights. I went as far as 100 kilos, and this one had a bit of a sticking point in the middle, so I knew that I wasn't gonna be able to push uh, something heavier in a satisfactory way. So I did a back of set with 80 kilos, which was 80% of that, and they were okay. I didn't really feel bouncy in there. I was able to get to hit depth, but that was probably a wise decision. No reason to be pushing out of the of what you feel you can do comfortably. At least this is what I feel. And a few leg raises as usual. This is a few dips. I like the depth that I'm reaching on the dips. It feels really good, and the form is actually all right. I'm going up to 17 or 15 to 17 repetitions for a couple of sets each day, and 20 is pretty close, so that's good. Nordic curls, the usual two clean reps, reminding myself of keeping my hands behind my back, and the usual assisted third one. I have a few more workouts with two, and I'm feeling like the third one could be coming up soon, maybe in a week or so. And as usual, supersetting these with the low raises, going up towards 20, nothing really to say. These feel really good for my shoulders. And I feel like they work the traps somewhat because when you are in the top the last fourth slice of the range of motion, the traps are engaging to pull the arms up above, overhead. So this is kind of a complete uh, shoulder and upper back exercise. And to finish off with some quality volume on the posterior chain with the reverse 45 back extensions with 30 kilos. These feel good. 30 kilos I did for 13 and 12 reps. Maybe I'm gonna go up to 15 and then put 35 on my back. It feels like I can press them overhead easily without pain of sorts, so I should probably be doing those. And I need to really start working on my overhead presses then, because I don't want the overhead press to be the limiting factor in how much I can do for the hyperextensions, and a few bicep curls to finish it up. Haven't been really consistent with these recently, I have to do a bit more. Alright, ciao.